Good morning, 7th graders, and welcome to today's lesson, Chapter 11, Through the Microscope. Of course, a link to this PowerPoint's in the description for you to download and use for your exam. Let's study with me as we walk through the various aspects of Through the Microscope, Chapter 11. We start out by taking a look at the history of cells. Starts out with this guy named Robert Hooke. Robert Hooke was the first to observe a plant cell, a cork cell. He called it a cell because it literally looked like a jail cell. And he studied both macroscopic, large, seeable things, and microscopic, unseeable things, except, of course, with the microscope. And it led to the cell theory, that all things are made of cells. Cells are the smallest living things, and all cells come from pre-existing cells. There's lots of different types of cells, from prokaryotic, very simple cells, to eukaryotic, very complex cells, plant cells, and animal cells, which differ in appearance and function. Cells have various organelles, or little organs, from the nuclear membrane, which surrounds the nucleus, to chromosomes inside the nucleus, made of DNA. There's lots of different organelles. Endoplasmic reticulum, the highway of the cell. Ribosomes make proteins. Mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell. Vacuoles to store. Chloroplasts to make energy in plant cells. Cilia and flagella for movement. We moved on to Chapter 11.2 on genetics. Genetics is a study of heredity through genes. How you became who you are. And we made a difference between mitosis and meiosis. Mitosis is where your body makes exact genetic copies of itself. Meiosis is where the cell makes different cells. So mitosis would be useful if you're making another heart cell from your heart. Meiosis would be useful if you're creating a different human. You don't want to be an exact genetic replica of your parents. That wouldn't be too good. You'd look in the mirror and be like, Dad? Or Mom? It'd be kind of weird. And we talked about how they're inherited. Talked about Gregor Mendel and how he discovered the Punnett square, and how you could make crosses and determine dominant and recessive traits. We talked about SpongeBob a little bit, and I'm going to link SpongeBob's worksheet just in case you want to take a look at it. And we use this, doctors actually use it sometimes to determine how likely you are to have a trait. So, when they ask you, for instance, they'll say, has anyone in your family history had, and then they'll name the trait. Well, they can arrange a pedigree and see if you're likely to have that trait. Small but significant. There's lots of things that are small and significant, from algae to fungus. Lots of different types of fungus. You can read up on that yourself. To Anton von Leeuwenhoek, discovery of protozoa. You have lots of different guys you can't even see. From Euglena, which are very small green flagellates, to trypanosome, which can be transmitted through flies and cause other sicknesses, to the amoeba, which crawls around. I have a GIF of that. Looks very cool. And many other things like malaria and bacterium. Anyway, happy studying. I hope you have a great day.